out of this shit, bro. And y'all really came, aside from my therapist, shout out to Dr. V, y'all definitely came through for me and supported me, bro. Y'all was trying to drag me out the house. Y'all was trying to help me do things. Y'all was just being an open ear, just listening. And I know I was doing a lot of bitching. You know what I'm saying? I know I was just doing a lot of just, just talking about my feelings and shit. But I was fucked up. And y'all just listen. You know what I'm saying? With no judgment or this, that, and the third. And I needed that. So you're right. Yeah, people, and I found out at that point, too, the people who I thought were my people, these people that I don't pour resources into. You know what I'm saying? I don't sacrifice shit for.
The part of that we got to take ownership of is that we actually, if we're honest, there's certain people that we want to show up.
Facts.
Because we want a connection with them.
Facts, man.
We want them to be the ones that came to our rescue.
Right. Big facts.
They ain't the motherfuckers that's coming.
Right?
Judge people based on their actions,
That's
not
right.
your expectations.
And I'm not even mad at them because I understand they are their own human being, too. They got their own shit going on, too. And on top of that, it might not be the connection I thought it was. That's my fault for believing it to be something that it really wasn't. And that's cool. There's no beef towards them at all. But that was a real life experience that showed me even more who my real people are, who my real tribe is.
I mean, I'll say this. If I didn't know you through the first breakup, you might have been disappointed in me through the second one. Because the way that and we both reflect this, right? So when
You
my
about to criticize my shit.
no,
Go ahead.
when my mom,
I know where he's
what I'm
coming
saying
from.
is when
It's
my mom
legit.
passed away, right?
Yeah.
The worst thing I hated to hear from everybody was, "Let me know if you need anything."
Why don't people just show up?
And the person that was
Just show the fuck up.
people
okay?
don't
ask me.
sometimes you don't know exactly what to do, how much space to give somebody, yada yada yada. So I come from that therapeutic background that comes from a level of understanding where I couldn't be as verbal as I wanted to express myself. He didn't know how to be there for me. And what I'm gonna do? Have another parent pass before he understands the full gravity at that point? He didn't understand how to be there for me. My other homegirl didn't either, but they were close to me. It took somebody else who had that shared experience. She came through and she was like, and she didn't do anything. She was just talking to me every day, distracting me, and we'd be on the phone for hours, and that's what I needed. But I couldn't say that. I didn't know how to verbalize that to somebody when they saying, I mean, he didn't say, just let me know. We still talked often, but through his first breakup, I was like, shit. The way he came off was like, man, I'm all right. It can't. I saw the physical representation,
but not the real shit.
And so the second time, I'm hitting him up like, yo, you good? Let's get out. What's going on? Like, I'm contacting him more, maybe even overcompensating.
Yeah.
One, because I know what the void. I know that there's a huge void that he's used to filling with his what was his partner, and now he getting back into this world.
Strip club.
Hello.
Back into this world. Back into this strip
What
club.
are you talking about?
But let's pause for a minute, man, because
That's so true.
First, I want to say I am
Password.
sorry for your loss.
I appreciate
The
it.
loss of a mother, like I lost my mother in 2017.
Same
you
year.
never get over that, right? And actually dealing with that is an inside learning experience that everyone will eventually go through. But there's so many benefits from it that sometimes it's not that people need to show up for you in a certain way. It's just people need to be around you.
That's a fact.
Right? And if they're around you long enough, then they can discern how to tiptoe around those emotions in a way where you can help them identify what they can do for you.
Damn. That's real.
It's interesting, man. Like, my people showed up to my mom's funeral. I don't even know how they got the address. You understand? And that level of comfort, man, it was empowering. It gave me strength, man. And I just feel like, in a lot of ways, dealing with a breakup where you had high expectations is like dealing with death.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what
the
I'm saying?
death of something.
It's the death of something. And all we can do is just show up. And when you think you're going to come through and rescue a person in 20 minutes, that's not happening. It's the person that consistently reaches out, consistently exposes themselves to your energy around that time, that really can identify how to help you through.
Big facts.
But that question, what do you need me to, that don't, man, listen. They get off the phone and they go on with their lives.
Right.
Facts.
That's an absolute.
But that person that's sitting in the room with you for 3-4 hours and come back the next day and the next day, those are the only individuals that are legitly trying to help.
Bro, when I tell you, and I ain't gonna keep speaking on this.
Nah, that's real. That's because that is something that y'all both share in common because y'all both didn't know each other's. Mom had passed, and it's ironic. I just learned this today that y'all
best friends.
Same year, bro. Same year, 2017.
Mine was July 23rd, 2017.
Was fucked up, which I held some resentment towards my family. Then I had to reposition the way I view family. I took on my sister, and my mom and sister were best friends. So my sister's just got into high school. She lose her best friend. She also got hit by a car that year.
Wow.
My thing was my family know this. But that whole so when Miko reaching out to me regularly and my homegirl reaching out to me regularly and my family say, let me know if you need anything. And
say the word regularly again, because that's the key word.
Like they when I say family didn't hit me up, I got a brother who is my older brother, didn't really do nothing. He like that. He was like that ain't shit dad who would come buy shoes once a year and think he did his part. So this is somebody, it was a 27-year-old trying to do all of this at once, taking on his kid. I had my grandmother living with me at the time. It was all these things, and all I wanted was for my family to step up. And while my family was essentially on some sorry for your loss, I'm going to go about my life. And it took me talking to one of my uncles last year where they was like, oh, I didn't know you went through that.
But guess who the man is? Guess who God saw fit to bear that burden? Guess who had enough strength in his shoulders to carry that weight? So sometimes it's easy to paint a certain picture, but we are never dealt a hand we can't handle. And it's interesting that I take ownership of certain shit that I realize other people don't have the capacity.
I don't, not to be just.
Not that they don't want to.
No,
they don't have the capacity.
It's people who, we always say that God ain't going to put more on you than what you could bear. It's a lot of people. I don't agree with that.
I agree with it.
Because there's people daily who feel like they've dealt with so much that they want to end it.
That's because you have a decision to make. There's shit I've dealt with I didn't want to.
I got it.
Not that I didn't have the strength. I was tired of being strong.
Right, which means at some point.
No, that means I had the capacity, but I had the decision I could check out if I wanted to.
I agree.
It don't mean you ain't got the strength. It means you don't want to walk in the fullness of your ability.
I agree like that.
Now, that's a coward.
Yeah.
And the cowards exist.
I agree like
you
that.
can have the capacity to do certain shit. There's plenty of bitches in this Atlanta I could fuck. I left alone so that you guys can have an opportunity.
That's what
you see what I'm saying? He want to get to the shit. That's why I brought it up. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I can't walk in that capacity. It's not I have the ability. I have the strength. I have the wherewithal to do it.
Listen, when we go through situations like this, we put a level of expectation on a lot of people.
That's facts. That's a fact, bro.
Let me go ahead and tell you right now. I'm going to tell you guys right now. When you set a level of expectation for someone else, you are going to be supremely disappointed. Supremely. Don't do it. I don't expect you to do shit.
Talk that shit, AG.
I don't expect you to do nothing.
That's real, bro.
I'm gonna take care of this business, whether you are here or not. My father passed last year, June 14th.
Damn, bro.
An incredible man.
I understand that I've been to several funerals where people say, of course, sorry for your loss.
Yeah. And call me
if you need me. Well, I'm about to pick up the phone.
Favorite phrase.
I'm gonna pick up the phone and I'm gonna call you like, yo, I actually need you right now. You said call you if I need you. Are these people there? No, that's just the thing to say in the moment.
It makes them feel.
It's the how you doing of death.
It makes them feel good, like they tried to do something. Right.
It's a natural reflex.
They did something. Now, okay, it could be a year down the line. You know, I'm still feeling this. Yeah, I just want a listening ear. That's all I want. Maybe that's what you want, but that other person's like, I got this thing I gotta go do. Don't put a level of expectation on people. You will be disappointed.
I feel it.
I agree.
Handle that business
100%.
your self.
I think that goes for everybody. That goes for your parents. That goes for your spouses. That goes
Whoever.
for your kids.
Yeah.
I agree 1,000%.
Whoever.
One of the things my dad told me resonate with me. He said, you got to love people the way they allow you to love them.
That's right.
And I remember I had a homie in college, and you wasn't his friend unless you would fight for him. And I had
Fuck outta here.
I had to. I mean, it was that type of environment.
Yeah, especially if you can't fight.
But I said, I told him one of the things that I had to tell him was you gotta readjust the way you view people because your box is still limited to your experiences. And you just gotta allow if you can't be cool with a nerd dude and be like, yo, you gotta fight for me to be my friend. You be like, nah,
I'll say this,
reboot
man,
your
like,
computer.
You setting an unrealistic expectation on a person who can't provide that need for you.
Not only that, you're exposing yourself. So this for a moment of time, I lived in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Vietnam, but see, you don't know nothing about that.
And niggas
You
in
don't know nothing about the
Fayetteville
town, bro.
move like that, right? Like if a nigga wants your girl in Fayetteville, he gonna fight you, and just assume that if you get your ass whipped, she gonna choose him. And
Yeah, no.
Y'all know
no,
the country
that
boys
shit
get down,
real.
bro.
You understand?
Should be treacherous in the
And so
country.
I had to adapt to my environment, man. And the niggas that want you to fight on their behalf all the time is the main niggas out here
That's
starting
cowards.
fights.
Right.
They
Cowards.
start fights and because you with them.
Facts.
The
Because
shit
they,
they
know
would
got back
the
up.
shit they would avoid in your absence is the shit that they propagate when you're there.
Facts.
And what kind of men respect that? You mean he stepped on your shoe, you ready to go to war, but if you was by yourself, you would wipe your shoe off? Nigga, get the fuck out of here, yo.
Oh no, so AG, let me ask you this, man. So where did